One of the problems you'll face in homework is to calculate the pH, and it kind of requires that you know this formula, that the pH is minus the log of the concentration of hydrogen ions. Now look, I'm not trying to make you a chemist or a physicist or anything like that. We just need to solve some problems. They tell you that on one end, your pH is 6.8. So that's 6.8 equals minus log. And instead of an H plus here, let me just put an X. I realize that it's a concentration of hydrogen ions. So we're good there. Now it's not really written, but what base is understood to be here with my log? 10. Now before I rewrite this a little bit, I'm going to get rid of this negative sign. So I'll divide both sides by -1. And look, you don't have to show as many steps as I am. I'm just trying to make sure that you can follow this. So I get -6.8 equals log base 10 of x. And let me just switch sides of the equation because it's the way we usually write it. Log base 10 of x equals -6.8. The bottom line is that this is a logarithmic equation. So let's solve it. And the way that I recommend you solve it is using this idea. We're going to rewrite it. It's going to be 10 to this power equals this. So that's really your answers. 10 to the -6.8 equals x. Now your calculator, Webassign is not going to be happy with that answer. It's going to want a calculated value. So let's go to our calculator and understand a little bit about our answer. You can hit 10 to the x power if you wanted to hit the second key, then the log key, that log, and type in -6.8. So something like that. Now you have to be careful. If you look at this number, it's a little bit more than just 1.5848, etc. What do you notice at the end of that? That E stuff. So let me help you understand what that E stuff is all about. That E stuff is really scientific notation. So instead of E, I'm going to write what it really stands for. It really stands for times 10 to the -7th. That's what that E stuff stands for. So 1.58489 E -7 really means that. And if you were to enter it in decimal notation, if you want it in decimal notation, I got to move that a total of 7 places to the left. So once I move it to the left of the 1, I still got 6 more to go. That means 6 leading zeros, and then 1.58489, etc. I'm sure it'll tell you to round it to some particular value. I don't know as though they want you to enter it in scientific notation. So in any case, round it or do with it what you need to. But realize that your answer is not just 1.5849, etc. So it's a number in scientific notation, and one of these two is what you're probably going to have to work with. Camille? Oh, well, there's 2 ends on that. I mean, one end, the low end of your pH is going to be 6.8. The high end is going to be 7 point something. So you're going to have to repeat. No, you just have to repeat this again for that other pH value. So, and it's really just going to end up being the same. It's just going to be 10 to some -7 point something power. That's all it is. So you got to do that twice. Yeah, I don't know what it says on your particular screen, but yeah, you got to do that twice. Once for the lower value, once for the higher value. Okay. Yep. All right, let me just check on the chat. Okay, so it says on Webassign that you can enter the answer in scientific notation. So I think they'd probably be looking for something like this, 1.5, 4849, or however many digits they want you to round it to, times 10 to the negative 7th. So when you get e to some number, just realize that that's your number in scientific notation. All right, are we good with that one? All right.